Texas property owners recently received their appraisals in the mail. In Travis County, the value of residential properties increased 56% compared to last year, leaving many people wondering what they should do next. Ashely Jackson is the president-elect of the Austin Board of Realtors. Ashely, thank you for joining us today.
Oh, you're welcome. Glad to be here.
You know, the first thing people thinking is, should I protest, my appraisal? The deadline to file a protest quickly approaching. It's May 16th. Should people go ahead and protest, or who should protest?
Well, that is really going to vary on a case-by-case basis. They may want to reach out to their trusted realtor to get some advice about where their market value is, to see if they have a valid reason to protest. I think it would be especially important for landlords to protest if they find that their rentals have gone well above market value, as they don't have the homestead cap, so their tax burden will be certainly more palpable.
You know, there are people who are concerned that because their appraisals went up 56%, that their tax bills are going to go up 56%. That's not really the case. That's not how it works, but I want you to explain that for us.
Yeah, so I'm not an expert on taxes, but I can tell you that when you have a homestead exemption, the increase is limited to 10% every year. So whatever the increase of the appraisal is, you have two exemptions essentially. So you have an exemption on how much your taxes can go up every year, and then you have an exemption of how much what you pay in your taxes can go up every year, and that is capped at 10%.
But obviously a lot of people have bought homes recently. So what about those folks who are new homeowners? Well,
they need to make sure that they have filed their homestead exemption ASAP. So one, they want to check on that and make sure they have that in place. And so that will be started immediately, but the 10% cap on the increase of value doesn't take effect until the second full year of homeownership.
Right. So do you think that those homeowners should then, especially if the property is appraised at much more than they know they paid for the house, are they in the good bucket of folks who should file a protest?
Absolutely. Absolutely. If you have recently bought your home and you find that the appraised value from the county appraisal district is well above what you have paid, you should absolutely protest. They may ask for proof of what you've paid. And if you're comfortable providing that, then you can do so.
You know, when you're thinking long term, for folks who are in the market to purchase a house, how should they be looking at these appraisals and potential taxes in terms of what they can afford and which houses they should buy?
Well, it's really important, and I always encourage my clients to keep in mind that your taxes will likely increase at least 10%, by that 10% every single year. I've owned a home in Austin for about 20 years, and I've certainly never had a reduction in my taxes. So as you're planning, what price point you're targeting, you just want to keep that in mind, that there will be increases in taxes year after year.